Right now, thousands of retirees are packing their bags. They are leaving their home countries behind. They are not running from something. They found something better. One country on this list now taxes retirees at just 7%. Think about that. Another country gives you money back, discounts on hotels, discounts on restaurants, even discounts on hospital bills, just for being retired. And the country at number 1 didn't earn that spot by luck. It was just named the best place on earth to retire in 2026. We're going to show you exactly where retirees are moving this year, what it costs, what you get, and why. Stay with us. The last country on this list might change how you think about retirement completely. If you don't want to miss it, hit subscribe before we start. We picked these 10 countries using 3 simple things: how easy it is to get residency, how far your money goes, and what kind of life you get in return. No guesswork, just what real retirees are looking at right now. Let's start with number 10. Number 10, Colombia. Picture this. You're sitting on a balcony in Medellin. People call it the city of eternal spring because the weather barely changes all year. Your pension check lands in your account, and it stretches further than it ever did back home. That's the idea behind Colombia's Pensionado visa. It's one of the easiest retirement visas in the world. Here's what you need: a lifetime monthly pension of at least 3 times Colombia's minimum wage. In 2026, that's around $1,400 a month. If your money comes from investments instead of a pension, there's another path, but it asks for a lot more, close to $4,000 a month. There's no minimum age to apply. That's rare. Most countries on this list ask for a certain age. Colombia doesn't. Get approved, and your visa lasts up to 3 years. You can renew it, and after 5 years, there's a clear path to permanent residency. The good side is real: low cost of living, warm culture, a clear road to staying long-term. But here's the catch. Colombia makes you carry private health insurance from day one. You can't use the public system the way locals do. So plan for that cost. And here's something most people don't expect. The visa amount isn't a fixed dollar number. It's set in Colombian pesos, tied to the minimum wage. That number changes every January. So what you qualify for this year might shift next year. Colombia gets our list started, but the next country takes things a step further. It has the best healthcare in Central America. Number 9, Costa Rica. Imagine trading your morning commute for a walk through the rainforest, then finishing your afternoon at a public hospital that feels just as good as private care back home. That's Costa Rica's reputation among retirees. It's not the cheapest country on this list, but it may be the healthiest. The Pensionado visa here asks for $1,000 a month in guaranteed pension income. That number might sound familiar. It's almost the same as our next country. But Costa Rica wins in one big way: healthcare. The public system is called CAJA. It's open to legal residents. Many people consider it the best public healthcare system in the region. Monthly living costs run a bit higher here, usually $2,000 to $2,800 a month for a comfortable life. That's the trade-off. You pay a little more, but you get nature, biodiversity, and a healthcare system built to support you as you age. The challenge? English isn't as common outside the expat areas, and daily costs run higher than places like Panama. Here's something most people don't know. Costa Rica and Panama share almost the same income rule for their retirement visas. So why do retirees pick one over the other? Usually for one simple reason: healthcare or cost. We'll get to Panama soon. But first, let's head to Asia. One country there is quietly becoming the region's best-kept secret for retirement. Number 8, Malaysia. Now imagine a hospital that looks and feels like a 5-star hotel, staffed by doctors who speak fluent English. At a fraction of what you'd pay back west, that's Malaysia's pitch to retirees. And in 2026, it might be Southeast Asia's most underrated choice. The visa is called MM2H. That stands for Malaysia, my second home. It comes in different levels. The entry-level silver tier asks for a fixed deposit of around $32,000, plus some monthly income on top. The higher gold tier jumps to a $107,000 deposit. There's no upper age limit. And here's a nice bonus. Foreign retirement income doesn't get taxed here. What do you get for that money? World-class private hospitals, hospitals with international accreditation, widespread English, modern infrastructure that feels like Singapore, at Malaysian prices. Once you're settled, daily life is genuinely affordable. A couple can live comfortably on $1,500 to $2,200 a month. But here's the catch. The visa itself is the most expensive entry ticket in Southeast Asia. Some levels require you to buy property, and no matter how long you stay, there's no path to permanent residency. Here's something worth pausing on. Malaysia's monthly living costs are actually lower than some of its neighbors. It's the upfront visa cost that scares people off. If you can clear that first bar, the day-to-day math works strongly in your favor. Speaking of neighbors, let's talk about the country most people think of first when they picture retiring in Asia. Number 7, Thailand. You've probably seen the videos. Beaches, night markets, motorbikes weaving through Bangkok traffic. Thailand has been the top retirement spot in Asia for over a decade. And in 2026, it's still holding that title. For good reason. The retirement visa is often called the OA visa. It's built for people 50 and older. You'll need around $1,800 a month in income, or roughly $24,000 sitting in a Thai bank account. There's also a shortcut. It's called the Thailand Elite Visa. You pay once, starting around $17,000. No property purchase needed, no minimum stay required. Compare that to Malaysia. A similar setup there can run close to $200,000 over 5 years. Thailand wins easily on entry cost. Monthly living expenses run anywhere from $1,500 to just over $3,000 depending on your lifestyle. Private healthcare is high quality and affordable, and the community of expats here is one of the deepest in the world. But don't mistake affordable for stable. Thailand's visa rules have changed before, sometimes with little warning. You'll also need to check in every 90 days and renew regularly. And like Thailand's neighbor, there's no path to permanent residency here either. Thailand proves you don't need a fortune to retire well in Asia. But our next country proves something different. Sometimes it's not about how much the visa costs. It's about what the government gives back to you. Number 6, Uruguay. What if your entire pension arrived completely tax-free? That's not a sales pitch. That's Uruguay's actual policy. Foreign pension income here is fully exempt from tax. If you collect $2,000 a month in Social Security, every single dollar lands in your account untouched. Uruguay has built a reputation as one of the safest, most stable countries in Latin America. Retirees notice it the moment they arrive. Both spouses can be included on one residency application. Adding a dependent costs a bit more. Monthly living costs tend to run higher than Central America, usually $2,500 to $3,500 for a comfortable lifestyle. Here's the honest part. As of January 2026, Uruguay is no longer a completely tax-free zone. New rules now tax foreign investment income at 12%, unless you qualify for an exemption, so your pension itself stays untouched. But other income doesn't get the same treatment anymore. Still, if your main income is a pension, Uruguay remains one of the strongest tax deals on this whole list. Now let's pause for a second. If you've made it this far, you already know more about retiring abroad than most people who research this topic. The next 5 countries are where things get really interesting. We're about to hit the biggest advantages on this entire list. If you don't want to miss where we go next, now is the time to hit subscribe. Let's keep going. Up next is a country that just closed one of its most popular visa routes and opened the door to something else entirely. Number 5, Spain. Picture mornings with fresh bread from a corner bakery. Afternoons in a plaza, watching people twice your age still dancing. That's the Spain retirees are chasing in 2026. Here's the twist. Spain's golden visa, the one based on buying real estate, officially closed to new applicants in 2025. So today, almost every retiree uses something else. It's called the non-lucrative visa. To qualify, you'll need around 28,800 euros a year in passive income or savings. That works out to about 2,400 euros a month, plus more if you're bringing dependents. You start with a 1-year residency. You can renew it in 2-year blocks. After 5 years, you're eligible for permanent residency. After 10 years, citizenship. Monthly living costs for one person run $1,500 to 2,500 euros, depending on the city. The reward here is the lifestyle itself. Access to the EU world-class healthcare, a real path to European citizenship down the road. But the rules have gotten stricter. As of 2026, you can't just say you're planning to retire. You have to prove you already have. That means a formal letter from your employer or a notarized statement if you're self-employed. And once you become a tax resident, Spain taxes your income from around the world. There's also a wealth tax in some regions, though Madrid and Andalusia give you a nearly full rebate on that. Spain rewards patience and paperwork, but the next country asks for almost none of that, and it gives you something no other country on this list offers. Number 4, Mexico. More Americans retire in Mexico than in any other country on earth. It's not even close. And once you see the numbers, it's easy to understand why. The temporary resident visa asks for around $4,300 to $4,500 a month in income, or close to $73,000 in savings. Keep that status for 4 years, and you can move up to permanent residency. Well-known retiree towns like Lake Chapala, Mérida, and San Miguel de Allende already have decades of expat life built in. Private healthcare costs 50 to 70% less than in the US. And thanks to a tax treaty between the two countries, Social Security doesn't get taxed twice. A single retiree can live comfortably on $1,000 to $2,000 a month. Couples in the well-known towns spend $2,000 to $3,000. Here's the twist most people miss. The average Social Security check in 2026 is enough to live comfortably in a place like Mérida. But on its own, it's usually not enough to qualify for the visa. You need extra savings or income to clear that bar, even if your actual monthly costs end up lower than your check. One more thing to watch. A strong Mexican peso in 2026 has made costs less predictable for anyone earning in dollars. Mexico is the proven, well-worn path, but the next country wrote actual laws to make sure retirees get treated better than anyone else. Number 3, Panama. Imagine walking into a restaurant, you order dinner, and you get 25% off the bill automatically just because you're retired. Not a coupon, not a promotion, the law. That's Panama's Pensionado Visa. It was created back in 1987, and it's still one of the most generous retirement programs anywhere in the world. You need just $1,000 a month in lifetime pension income, or $750 if you own property. Approval rates sit around 97%. Once you're in, you get permanent residency right away, and you only need to spend 1 day a year in the country to keep it. Foreign pension and investment income is completely tax-free. And remember that discount law? It covers dining, hotels, utilities, even 15% off hospital bills. Panama also uses the US dollar. That means no currency risk to worry about. Cost of living sits around 50% lower than the United States. The one thing to watch, some neighborhoods in Panama City are better avoided, and the best healthcare is mostly in the capital. So location matters more here than in some other countries. Panama proves something important. Sometimes the best country isn't the one with the lowest price tag. It's the one that promises, by law, to treat you well. But our next country offers something even Panama can't match. Healthcare ranked among the very best on the planet. Number 2, Portugal. In the last year, searches for retiring in Portugal have grown by 900% among Americans alone. That's not a trend. That's a stampede. Here's why. The D7 visa asks for just 920 euros a month in passive income. That's less than the average US Social Security check. Get approved, and after 5 years, you're eligible for permanent residency. After 7 to 10 years, citizenship. Portugal's cost of living runs 31% lower than the US and 27% lower than the UK. A couple can live comfortably starting around 1,150 euros a month in smaller towns, or up to 3,500 euros in Lisbon. And healthcare here isn't just good. It's ranked among the top 25 systems in the entire world. Once you're a legal resident, you get access to the public system. You can also add affordable private insurance for faster appointments. The honest downside? Paperwork moves slowly. Older homes often don't have central heating, so winters can feel colder indoors than you'd expect. And outside the big cities, knowing a little Portuguese goes a long way. Still, think about this. Your visa threshold is lower than a typical social security check, and your healthcare ranks in the global top 25. It's easy to see why Portugal sits at number 2. But there's one country that just did something no other country on this list has ever done. It was just named the single best place on earth to retire, for the very first time. Number 1, Greece. In 2026, International Living crowned Greece the number 1 country in the world to retire. Not top 5, not top 3. Number 1 for the very first time. Here's what earned it that spot. Greece offers something almost no other country on this list does. A flat 7% tax rate on all your foreign income, pensions, social security, dividends, all of it, for up to 15 years. One retiree living in Corfu called it the biggest surprise of her entire move. To qualify, most retirees use the financially independent person visa. It's built around proof of passive income or savings. There's also a golden visa option through real estate, starting around 250,000 euros on smaller islands. Monthly living costs for a comfortable single life sit around 1,500 to 2,500 euros. That's much lower than most of Northern Europe. And because Greece is part of the EU, you get visa-free travel across the Schengen area, a path to citizenship after 7 years, and access to public health care once you're a resident. There is one trade-off. Public health care wait times can be long. That pushes many retirees toward private insurance. And to keep your tax status, you generally need to spend more than half the year actually living in Greece. But put it all together, EU access, Mediterranean living, one of the lowest costs on this entire list, and a tax rate almost no other country can match. It's not hard to see why Greece just took the crown. So there you have it, 10 countries, 10 completely different paths, all leading to the same goal, a retirement that goes further than it ever could back home. From Colombia's easy entry, all the way to Greece's history-making number 1 ranking, one thing is clear. Retirees aren't just retiring anymore. They're relocating, on purpose, to places built to reward them for it. Which one of these would you actually consider? Drop your pick in the comments. We read every single one. And if this video helped you picture your own next chapter, hit subscribe, because we're covering a new country every single week.